Hey, I know I told you we were going to shut down, but I just wanted you to check out these clouds coming over the mountains. Can't even see Pikes Peak, it's covered. They are really kind of bad, wild and crazy looking things. They keep coming over, and yet, the sun's still strong enough to, take them out. So it's kind of cool, I just wanted you to see this, boy. I mean, they look vicious. But they keep evaporating. The sun is finally strong enough to do it, I guess. It's wild. All right, yeah, we're back up at the Pike View Reservoir. This time we're heading south, though. A little bit of color over here around Fountain Creek. So, all right, well, I might try that a little more later. It's still running, so that's cool. At least I'll maybe a little different ending, all right? I just wanted you to see these clouds, though. All right. Bye. Hey, good morning. This is BJ Ondo from Out and About on the Recumbents. And right now it's about 8:30 a.m. here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I'm waiting to see if this group I belong to is actually going to do a ride today. The weather is not very good. Not looking too bad in places, but if you look over by the mountains over here, it is solid gray and ugly, and of course the ground's wet. I got lucky and didn't get rained on. But I'm waiting in front of Angletech. This is our local recumbent dealer. They deal in recumbent cycles, crank forward cycles, recumbent trikes, and adaptive cycles. They do all kinds of adaptive stuff. They're over here off of Garden of the Gods and Centennial. And their name is Angletech. And their email is www.cycledifferent.com. Their hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. And like I said, I'm just kind of waiting here. These clouds just don't look good. They keep, the sun comes out for a little while, and then the clouds just eat up the sun. But, so, thought I'd just turn this on and do a little quick intro here. See a little color here and there. Yeah, there's a little color, not much. It should be just, here in Colorado Springs, we're only at 6,000 feet, so it takes a little while for the leaves to change color here. Up in the mountains, there's already places where the leaves are already gone. But, yeah, there's a little color. This is a light industrial complex where they have their building. And kind of give you a look at the foothills over here. There's my trike. Good old Abbey Normal. And so yeah, we're just waiting to see if anybody else shows up. If not, we'll be taking off and just doing our own thing. We're probably heading more towards home, just in case this thing decides to bust open. Now I do have full rain gear, so I mean pants and jacket. But they're a pain in the bottom end to put on, so I really don't want to do it if I don't have to. But it's chilly this morning. You can definitely tell it's now October. Yesterday, Joe and I, we celebrated our 42nd wedding anniversary. Yeah, 42 years, best years of my life. And she's not here today because she has a medical appointment at 11 o'clock. Now, I'm not sure she would have been here otherwise anyway because Joe is not an early riser. Excuse me. And So, all right, well, I want to cut this off now so I have a little bit to, on the return trip. So, all right. Again, this is BJ Ando with Out and About on the Recumbents. And we will catch you down the road here a bit. All right. Bye for now. Okay. I'm back. Well, doesn't look like anybody from the little Facebook network setup we have for the Pikes Peak Region Recumbent Trike and Bike Riders Network showed up today. The main guys, Rodger and Larry, who usually kind of put this on, I think they're both in Nevada at the senior games, and they probably didn't probably told everybody not to show up. That's pretty funny. The one time that I decide to show up, I don't do these very often because, like I said, Joe doesn't like to get up early, and I'm kind of used to being with Joe. So, but today Joe had an appointment. But I like this tunnel, man. It's so much better now. They fixed the lighting. It used to be pitch black. It was weird. All right. So I'm kind of on my own, yeah. Right now I'm on the Sinton Trail, and I'm heading back towards the Pikes Peak Greenway, and I'll probably, since Joe's got that appointment, I'll probably just head up to Criterium and then over to Panera Bread, stop and eat a little bit of an early lunch. You can see the sun finally came out a bit. It's really nasty looking towards the south, but it's not bad looking towards the north here. There's still clouds, but at least there's sun. And warm enough I can finally take off my my thin fleece vest, my jacket, my windbreaker. Not really a jacket, just a windbreaker. But I dressed extra warm this morning because it looked really bad. And one bad thing about Colorado, it doesn't matter what time of year it is. When it rains in Colorado, it's cold. We do not have warm rains. Okay, if it rains, it's cold. So that's why I carry full rain gear. Because if you get wet and cold, well, let's face it, you're pretty miserable. At least I am. This has been one of the little new intersections they built. Puts a little island in the middle, which is kind of good. This is Douglas Creek. There's not much to Douglas Creek. It's a barely flowing waterway. The only time it really flows good is when we've got heavy rain. This is the new section here, as you can see, because it's concrete. They did all this, this whole embankment here fell in, so they had to redo it. The weeds are in the way, but you can kind of see all the rock work they did down in there. As you can tell, it's a very popular path. All right. It's one of the nicer ones because it's got a lot of trees. In a few places, it actually has a really small area of tree canopy. Wish we had more of that. Got somebody here. Passing. Thank you. And just enough sun though in your face that you have to be careful. It makes it a little hard to see in some of these darker corners. Yeah, it's basically all uphill grade getting up to Angletack for me from our apartment. So that makes it all downhill on the way home. Yeah. Yeah. We like downhill. We call downhill reward. We call uphill payback. And sadly, this is Colorado, so there's more payback than there is reward, but it sure does make you appreciate the reward when you got it. Like I said, it's a very popular trail. A little color here and there, not much. Maybe by next week, by this weekend or next week. That's kind of that's kind of when color really starts to boom around here, is about the middle of October. Because like I said, we're only at 6,000 feet, so it takes a little longer to, sorry, there's a real bad bumps here. These are tree root bumps, and I mean, they're vicious if you hit them at speed, especially on a non-suspension trike. Morning. As you can see, like I said, we got a little tree canopy here. A couple other places. It's nice. I wish we had more trails like these. I know a lot of you back east have, like, 100 miles of a trail with tree canopy. Well, they're rare out here. Most trails, you're baking in the sun. That's some more of these mean old bumps, which is a real shame because it's right here before a little downhill where you could fly up the little uphill, but you can't. Well, I mean, if you have a full suspension trike or, a full suspension mountain bike, well, yeah, well, then you could. And they redid all this stonework here with the fencing and stuff. Morning. And I guess, to try to help it from eroding the banks. And we're going to jump up here to Chestnut Street and go under I-25 for just a tiny bit. This building on the corner over here used to be a loafing jug, and when they closed it down, when they shut down the loafing jug, man, I was wishing I could hit a Powerball or a Mega Million, because it'd be a great place for a recumbent shop. Thank you. Okay. Honey. Oh, damn, what the heck? I'm sorry about that. I must have picked up a rock or something, man. It spit all over the place. Now, this is I-25 here above us. Part of the trail. Looks like a sidewalk, but it's actually part of the trail. Got to make a hard 90 degree here. I'd like to let people know I'm coming, because the trike is wide. I mean, it's almost 3 feet wide in the front end, so we do take up a bit more room. So I'd like to let everybody know that we're coming down. So you might hear me yell out recumbent trike, which I'll probably do right here. Recumbent trike coming through, stay tight. Nice little view down there. Like I said, that's Douglas Creek. And up on the ridge here is Sinton Pond. That's what the Sinton Trail is named after. Well, it was actually named after the Sinton Dairy Company, which was here for, like 150 years. But they closed down about, I guess about 5 or 6 years ago now. But they created this pond on the top ridge there. And it's a nice pond. I mean, people, it's big enough that people can fish in it. And it's not a swimming pond, but it does have, ducks and I guess some kind of fish. I don't fish, so I could never stay that still for that long. Now we got some color here. Nice. Yeah, there you go. There's a good color right there. right there. Got a real tight little bridge here because the way the embankment for the railroad sticks out. Recumbent trike coming down. Stay tight. Yeah, I do apologize for the movement. Morning. I do apologize for the movement of the camera, but I'm using a helmet mount now, and it's funny, but you never realize how much your body just kind of naturally moves, especially when you're pedaling a trike. But one thing I like about it is that I can give you a little bit of side view. Okay, we're going to pick up the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail. This is the main north-south trail, and we're going to head north up to Criterion Bicycles. It's a regular bicycle shop. It's not a recumbent shop. The Pikes Peak Greenway, this part of it is actually the Monument Valley Trail, because the Pikes Peak Greenway is made up of 3 parts. I know you guys have heard this 1,000 times from me, but for those who are watching for the first time, thank you for watching first, but to let you know that the Pikes Peak Greenway is our main north-south trail. It starts about 25 miles south in Fountain, Colorado, and it goes all the way to Palmer Lake, Colorado. Well, Monument in Palmer Lake, Colorado. And I think the total trail is about, I think if you did the whole thing, it's 54 miles. But most of it's dirt. It's only the part through Colorado Springs here that is asphalt and concrete. But it goes right along our main waterway, which is Fountain Creek, and you can't really see it because of the trees. It's too bad. There'd be a really nice view right there. Kind of a nice rock fall. A lot of these rock falls are actually man-made, so they slow the flow of the creek down when it's flooding. But this area here is the Goose Gossage, baseball player of some sort from here. The Goose Gossage Sport Complex. Over there is a whole bunch of soccer fields. And back south here is several full-size baseball diamonds, with a concession set up and the whole works. And we're heading up to the skate bowl, skateboard bowl or park, skateboard bowl park. There we go. There. And also the BMX track, bicycle motocross track. So yeah, it's a very sporting area. This is the old trail here. It's asphalt, and it's only about 8 feet wide. It's not full size like the newer concrete, which is 12. You have to be real careful here. There's about a 5 or 6 inch ridge of a drop off on this right side. I've got some bumps coming up. Hold on, folks. Sorry for the movement, but like I said, there's nothing you can do about it. Especially when you ride a non-suspension, which means I have no suspension. This is like a hardtail mountain bike, okay? The suspension, what little bit you have, is in the tires. And these are not, you can buy, the balloon type tires, which you can run to the lower pressure and give yourself a softer ride. But I don't like them that much. I would rather take the bump and have the faster, easier ride. Like the tires I have on front are Schwably regular marathons, what they call the Green Guard marathons, and these are the 21.50s, so that you can run these up to 100 psi. Well, I don't run them that high. I'm not racing, So I run them at about 85, 86 pounds. And they go real well. Now the back tire's kind of a weird one because it's actually a Schwab-Lee MTB tire, you know, a mountain bike tire. It's a mountain bike knobby, you know, small knobby type tire. So I have traction if I go on dirt. We don't go on dirt very often. We really don't. It's a rare thing. But every once in a while, we do catch the, you know, once you get south of, what is that, Circle, on this Pikes Peak Greenway heading south towards Fountain, it's all dirt all the way into Fountain. And its current end in Fountain at the, I think it's Fountain Regional Park Nature Center where it actually starts. It's been a while since it's been down that way. Now eventually, they're going to make this, the trail go all the way from Fountain to Pueblo. Now that ought to add another 40 miles south, so this trail will, you know, the Pikes Peak Greenway, you know, all three trails put together, Fountain Regional, Monument Valley, and the new Santa Fe, they make up the Pikes Peak Greenway, and you know, that'll make it like 75 or 80 miles long. I just hope they'll make it non-dirt, but I have a terrible feeling they won't. I have a terrible feeling it will be dirt. Well, it was clearing up. Now all of a sudden it's the clouds are starting to gain again, and they're looking kind of iffy. So this may have not have been a very good idea, but that's okay. It won't be the first time I've gotten wet riding a trike or a bicycle. I mean, I've been riding bicycles since I was 10 years old, so, and tricycles before that. Maybe 8 years old. 8 years old, yeah. And I'm 67. And I used to be a long distance tourist in my younger days, in my 30s and 40s. So yeah, I rode in a lot of rain. And then we were also touring motorcyclists for 40 plus years. And sadly we had to give it up because of how expensive it had gotten. The bikes, the motels, the campgrounds, everything just went crazy over the last 20 years. I mean, the prices just quadrupled. So we had to give it up because we're very limited budget-wise now that we're on Social Security retirement. And well, you know, I mean, it's no big deal, you know. It's like, you know, we don't own a car because we can't afford one. And yeah, it does cause you limits. There's a lot of places I'd like to go that we can't go very often because of COVID. Trying to rent a truck or a cargo van, you know, for our two trikes, you can't put them in the trunk of a car. It's just ridiculous now, you know. Used to be about, even with insurance, you know, used to be about, 100, 105 a day to rent. Now it's crazy. It's like $250 a day with insurance, you know. And we have to buy their insurance because we don't have a car, so we don't have car insurance of our own. So yeah, so we don't, sadly it really limits us, you know, because there's like I said, Pueblo's down south, about 40 miles from Colorado Springs, And they have a very nice trail. It's the Pueblo State Park River Trail that goes right along the Arkansas River, you know, which is like 5 times the size of Fountain Creek here. This is the Pine View Reservoir. This is, you know, drinking water, that kind of stuff for the city. Howdy. A lot of people fish here too. That's Fountain Creek down there, if you can kind of see it. My camera's pretty limited because it's cheapy. Just a cheap little old Cam Park 4K Ultra, but it does the job. I'm very happy to have it. Someday, when my wife finally hits that Powerball, I'll be able to afford a GoPro and a wireless mic. Boy, that would be it. Boy, I would love that setup. Well, that and a drone. Yeah. Man, the YouTubers that, can afford to do drone, it's so great. I mean, those drones are so cool. They can literally follow you. You can set them so they just follow you, you know. I mean, they can literally judge for themselves, you know, when to go up and down around a tree, and it's pretty cool. Oh, they're doing some heavy mowing today. Well, I tell you, I have to be real careful on that slope. It'll fall over pretty easy. Okay, we're going to go under Garden of the Gods Road. This is got a couple of real blind corners, so I got to let people know I'm coming. Recumbent trike coming down, stay tight. That gets us a little closer to the creek here. Got a little mural thing going here. Yeah, I don't know exactly how long these batteries will last. My battery will last. So I'll try to, but I thought I'd, try to shoot a little video. I was kind of hoping, shoot a video with a group, but the group's not very big, especially during the weekdays, because today's a Tuesday, so. There's a mile marker, mile 35, but that, like I said, that would be from Fountain up. And then the new Santa Fe Trail starts basically at Woodman Avenue here in the Springs, and that goes all the way up to, I guess it's around 20 miles up to Palmer Lake, or Monument first and then Palmer Lake, where it currently ends. It used to go further. It used to go all the way to the Greenland Open Space, which is just south of Castle Rock, Colorado. But I guess from Palmer Lake up to the Greenland Open Space, they've let the trail deteriorate so bad that they've closed it. That's another one of those, them dream trails, it's supposed to be part of the Front Range Trail. It's supposed to go all the way from Wyoming to New Mexico. I doubt that it'll ever finally finish. There's pieces here and pieces there, but it will never see its completion unless we get we need to get a serious bicyclist for a governor because that's the kind of commitment it would take. You're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars to make a trail, 400 or 500 miles long, you know. The wall up there is for the new Colorado University shopping center. Which is where I'm heading, because that's where Panera Bread is. Hopefully the mic is working good. I finally got it, the program set up right for it, so. And now the creek's on the other side. It's on our left side. That changed when we crossed over that little bridge. We're going to go, like I said, all the way up to Criterium. Although I might change my mind just because that cloud is really looking ugly. Hopefully it will break up. But I don't really have much distance on here yet, so I think I'm going to go all the way to Criterium. Might have enough battery to make it all the way to Criterium, but probably not all the way back to Panera. So when the video ends, that means my battery ran out. Morning. And normally we'd take a turn to the right here and go up the hill, but we're going to go all the way to Criterium and then head down to Panera using the for a while they had this as you can see, this is all concrete, and it used to not be. It used to be very, very rough asphalt, and just this year, in fact, they finished phase 1, 2, and 3, and it's now concrete. Almost all the way to Woodman. Doesn't quite make Woodman, but it's pretty close. I kind of thought they'd take it all the way to Woodman, but they didn't. It's a shame you can't see, but it's a really cool man-made pool right here. Really is kind of slick looking. It's weird though, because I can't imagine, you see people, you know, letting their kids play in Fountain Creek, but Fountain Creek is, you know, it's like any major waterway in the United States. It's got pollution in it, and you can catch Giardia, or however you pronounce it, and, you know, stuff like that. I just saw a bunny run across the trail there. Running with the bunny. Yeah, we say that instead of running with the devil. Sorry, Van Halen. You can see lots of growth. There's lots of trees down because we had a severe wind storm probably about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Hadn't been that long. I mean, that wind hit 80 to 90 miles an hour, and it blew over a lot of big, huge trees that have been here for, you know, 50 to 100 years. Excuse me. I think my body's trying to tell me it needs some food, because although it's not that late, it's probably around 10 o'clock our time. But I started early. We don't normally get out till about 10:30. And nice Porsche. We probably don't get out till 10:30 normally. Because like I said, Joe's not an early riser. And we enough for this, you know, because they start to ride at 9, and it takes me at least a half an hour, 45 minutes, probably more like 45 minutes to get to the starting point at Angle Tech. And it's all uphill grade, no real vicious uphill, it's just uphill grade. And yeah, so it does take me a little while to get up there. But I was up there earlier than I thought I'd be, because I got out quicker than I thought I'd get out. Well, you know, normally I'm having to drag both trikes, you know, all the way down, two sets of saddlebags, 2 flags, and then 2 recumbent trikes down a flight of stairs and out through 2 doors that are, you know, not wide enough just to pull it right through. You have to work your way through. Nice little picnic area right there. People keep tearing out the signs. I don't understand why, but they do. And this is, again, going under I-25. Yeah, I-25 is the, you know, the main north-south interstate, so it winds all over the place. And that's kind of, these trails are all like this, you know, they just kind of, they put them in kind of hidey places, which is fine, you know, because in a way it's better, because it's not so much, because these are all urban trails, okay? The Pikes Peak Greenway is a urban trail. Yeah, it was a trail that was just thought of. Yeah, it was never a rail trail. We only have 3 rail trails in the whole area. That's the Midland Trail from downtown Colorado Springs to Manitou, but that trail actually went all the way to the railroad went all the way to Cripple Creek to pick up gold to be smelted at the plants down here in Colorado Springs, you know, way back in the, you know, 1800s. So that's a rail trail. And then we have the Rock Island Trail, which is a true rail trail, because that was the old, you know, Rock Island through the 50s and 60s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, you know, that came from Chicago and went all the way to, well, LA, I guess, you know. So, you know, that's a transcontinental railroad there. So that one truly is a rail. And then we have a smaller one that is kind of an internal area trail called Shook's Run. Passing on your left. Oh, you're fine. Thank you. All right, we're going to go over the little bridge here to Criterium. good bike shop. It's just a regular bike shop, so they don't have a you know, they don't have anything really for recumbents per se, but general supplies, you know, and accessories, you know, helmets, lights, clothing. They are really good. I mean, they have good stuff, and they're nice people too. They've helped me out a couple of times. It's a real shame, though. They used to have a little cafe called the Crick Cafe, and but that closed down, which is a real shame. Okay, I'm getting up here on the sidewalk now. There is a bike lane here, but it gets down here to a really busy intersection, and I don't like dealing with the traffic that much. I'd rather have a light. If I'm just that way, excuse me. If there's a double wide sidewalk, I'll take it any day over a bike lane on a busy road. Now, I know it doesn't look busy, but it's still pretty early in the day. But this intersection down here is really busy because they get on I-25, and it's a pain because they release the pedestrian light the same time, you know, they release the cars to turn on I-25. So, you know, they're getting on the gas, wanting to haul buns, you know, up the ramp, and they don't care if you're in the way. They'll just run you right over. They don't give a rat's, which sucks royally. I don't know how else to put it. It does. Oh, we got glass. Boy, that sucks. Damn people. I don't know what it is that, you know, they got this thing though. They got to break glass, you know. Well, no, this guy's going to turn. Well, you know what? I'm going to go. Probably safer now than when they give the ped light. Check out that Jeep down there with the lights in the spare. That's kind of unique. Never seen that before. That up there is Pulpit Rock, that big hunk of weird looking rock you see. Yeah. We got some mean looking clouds coming over the mountains, man. I may be heading back and not stopping at Panera, because those things look mean. I really hate it when you have to, you know, the ped lights don't go with the car lights because, you know, it's ridiculous. Look at all this time I'm sitting here. You know, and I should be able to cross, but I can't because I have to go by the ped signal. Yeah, this is where they come off of I-25 to either go to Corporate Drive or to come up here to Nevada Avenue. Over on the other side, a little hard to see because it's in the shadows right now, is the Harley-Davidson dealer, the local BMW automobile dealer. Ah, finally. Finally. Now we have to wait for these turners. Sometimes you get a nice person. Most of the time you don't. Most of the time they look at you like, yes, jump out there, I'll run you right over. But every once in a while, you get lucky and you get a nice person. Yeah, I mean, there's some mean-looking old clouds, boy. Hopefully they'll break up a bit as they're coming over. I'd really like to stop and get some iced tea. But I may pay for it dearly if I do. Well, they were talking about, you know, storms possibly later today, but I don't know. Doing the weather here is not an exact science by any means. As you can see, with urban trails, oh, you get uphill grades. Sometimes fierce uphill grades too, you know. Not little mellow ones like you do on a rail trail. Man. Love these dog walkers. They think they need the whole damn sidewalk. Thank you. Oh, man. Whew. Well, we put in a good 6-mile walk yesterday, walking downtown from our apartment to go to the Red Gravy restaurant, Red Gravy Italian Ristorante. Very good. For our 42nd wedding anniversary. And boy, I can feel so it's basically 3 miles down, 3 miles back to the restaurant from our apartment. But boy, I'll tell you, my legs can feel it today. Usually that hill don't bother me, or that incline don't bother me much, but letting me know today that these legs are tired puppies. And my old age is 67. It takes a lot more to do a long walk, you know, than it does to get on the trike. The trike's so easy, you know. Yeah, you still have to work, especially we don't have e-assist. We can't afford it. But next to you know, next to walking, trike is wonderful. It's so easy. That's the thing I love about trikes and bikes, you know, over walking is that I mean, you can actually get somewhere, you know. In the time it takes to do, you know, like say like a 6-mile walk, okay? I can be from one side of the, you know, I can be from here to Manitou and back on my trike, and we are not fast riders, okay? We are slow riders. If you look in the dictionary under the word slow, you'll see our pictures. Oh man, what the heck? I hate it when they do stupid stuff like this. They've got the intersection crossed off, so you can't get into it. Well, they're full of baloney because I'm going underneath. It's freaking ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going underneath. They can... damn button ain't working. I can't tell if it's working or not. Yeah, I'm going underneath. I don't know what their problem is, but I'm going underneath. I'll have to duck real low because of my camera. Why? That's the great thing about a trike. Oh shit, got my flag. No, it's still there. Forgot about the flag. Sorry about the cuss word. You always kind of forget about your flag, which sticks up, 6 foot in the air, or at least 5 or 6 feet in the air. It's a 6 foot tall flag. Yeah, see, this is the University Village, Colorado. And then I add the word center onto it. Boy, that's some mean looking clouds. Come on, son, man, you need to get over here and start wiping these things out for me. I was really hoping not to get wet today, but it's not looking good. It's looking like my hope is not going to come to fruition. But I'm going to go ahead and go over here and get my iced tea. I'm just going to take the chance. Don't see anybody. Good. Got the lawn crews out today. Tuesday must be lawn day. All right. Like I said, this is the center here. This is all pretty new. They only put this in about, I don't think it's more, it's less than 5 years old. And we like the Panera Bread because they have the Unlimited Sips Club, which means that we can go here and for a small monthly fee, I think it's like $11 a month, we can drink as much iced tea as we want, or hot tea, because with Joe being a type 2 diabetic, we can't drink the sugary drinks, but we can drink the, I think what I'm going to do, let's just go right here. Howdy.
Hello.
This would be a good place to lock it up to. So what time is it? 10 o'clock. Very good. So that's late enough for iced tea. Yeah. There we go. Okay, well, I'm going to turn her off now, so we'll say our goodbyes, and thanks for coming along for the ride. Again, this is BJ Ando with Out and About on the Recumbents. Thank you to our subscribers. We really do appreciate it. It's awesome. And got a really nice compliment on Facebook that some lady uses our, I wish I could remember her name, sorry there, but she uses our videos for when she's on her, her exercise bike. So that's really cool. We love it. Okay, well, all right. So, as I say, we will see you down the road. Bye, folks.